Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Here we go. I don't know. Starting to set up and, by myself here and all kinds of things going around and stuff in the back and kids yelling. Hey, this is the way it happens here at the Crusty Apologist show. I want to talk to you about love. Seems like I'm terribly loving, doesn't it? Now, the word agape love that's used a lot in the New Testament, and it's an overarching kind of love. It's the love that Jesus has for us because he loves us so much. But I want to break it down because a lot of people get it confusing with I'm accepting of all things and I approve all things and everything is just love, love, love. But that's not what biblical love, the agape form, is. I'm going to break it down for you right now. It's going to take a few minutes, and then you're going to walk away with heaps of knowledge and how to explain what true biblical love is. And here we go. Here's the chart. Okay, you see love at the top. What is love? Well, it's part truth, part grace. This is Jesus, right? He came full of truth and grace, and that target is right there in the middle. It's exactly the fullness of truth, the fullness of grace. You cannot have love and not have truth. You cannot have love and not have grace. You need both of them, truth and grace. So what is truth? Well, first of all, important to know it's rooted in Jesus. It's rooted in Jesus, right? He said, I am the way, the truth, the life. He didn't say I'm part of the truth. He didn't say he knew the truth, although he knows the truth. But he says he actually personifies the truth. He's the creator, right? He's infinite. He's eternal. All truth points to him, and all truth actually comes from him. Because of that, because it's rooted in Jesus, we have this grace, and the grace, the first part of it, it gives us compassion, right? It's rooted in Jesus, so we know how much he loved us, how much grace he's given us, so because of what he poured out on us, we can have compassion on people. We have compassion enough to do what? Next part of truth, to help that line up with reality. We got to tell people what's true. We got to tell people the moral reality, and we got to tell people the physical reality, okay? And knowing that we have more grace and we have compassion, it frees us to be patient. And then because we're patient, we can use the truth for correction, and we deliver that with kindness. So there you have truth and grace. You see how it all kind of goes together, right? So if somebody comes to you and thinks that they're a frog, then because you have compassion on them, knowing that they're not a frog, you have to help them line up with reality. You do that with patience. And then correction. Hey, you're not a frog. Frogs don't speak, or whatever corresponding kind of truth you need to tell them. Hey, I can help you with this, because the truth is you're made in the image of God. So it goes back to being rooted in Jesus. And only that, like he says, that kind of truth, his personification of being the truth is what sets you free. You will know the truth. You will know Jesus, and Jesus will set you free. He will set you free from what? From your inability to see things that correspond with reality, for your inability to see what you're doing wrong. He will correct you. So the Word of God helps us do that. It helps us tell the truth to people, because to say that you just approve of everything is only grace without truth, and you're hurting person, right? And don't mess up kindness with niceness. The kindest thing that a judge can do to a criminal and to the civilians around where that person committed the crime is to throw the guy in jail, right? Sometimes kindness doesn't come across as niceness, okay? We're kind enough to tell you the truth. We're kind enough to be patient. We're kind enough to have this grace. So I'm going to tell you in the best way that I can, and I may have to smack you upside the head, may have to grab you and go, hey, I don't want you jumping off that cliff. The kindest thing in the world may be for me to tackle you so you don't jump into the fire. So we are full of truth and grace, rooted in Jesus, which gives us compassion to teach people about reality. It frees us to be patient so we can use it for correction, and we deliver that in kindness. Put that chart in your head. That is the fullness of agape love. Learn that chart, look at it. Yep, that's me, or it's not me. Probably isn't you. It isn't me all the time. Now go out and do better.